Hello, everybody. Thank you for popping into the live stream. Once again, I'm recording with two cameras. In watching the live stream last week, guess what? I seen that. I'm glad that I recorded with two different cameras because the live stream had a glitch and the video froze. And I found that out because I downloaded the live stream. But when I put this back on YouTube, I'm going to use my HD camera because it gives a better quality picture. Plus, if there's any glitches, those of you who watch the live stream, well, guess what? It'll be glitch free because I had an extra copy going along. I have a question here from Tanmay Shukla asking about H-Case worldwide video. I don't have the H-Case just yet. I'll just have to wait until they show up. In regards to case unboxing videos, even if you may see them on YouTube, you know what? The cases show up, they don't always show up at the same time all over the world. So as soon as I get a hold of a case, then I get the video, depending on what my schedule is. And my philosophy is, as I'm providing content, I don't always have to be the first with the cases. Now, apparently, somebody's uploading the cases from Malaysia. Well, how am I supposed to get them faster than that? They're in the same country as the cases are being produced. So, as soon as I get a case, I'll schedule it, but it's not scheduled right now. Justin Martin, let's see. Your videos have inspired you to buy a whole bunch of track and hobbies tracks and play with them with your sons. Have fun. You know what? That's what I realized back in 2000, that it was fun to collect, but they're toy cars. You're supposed to have fun with them. And that's how I got back into the hobby, because my kids, were born in the 90s. So that's how I got back into buying some toys for them. Then I buy a couple cars for me. And then next thing you know, I'm buying a lot of cars. But yeah, I'm glad that you're having fun with your kids. It's an excellent way for you to interact with your kids. But in general, I'm talking to everybody now. Please, if you buy cars for your kids, let them play with them. Kids, little kids, aren't into collecting. They want to play with the toys, okay? Jeremy's at home, by the way. Jeremy's my son. He's helping moderate. And I'll be doing the live stream about a half hour, okay? I forgot I got to start my timer. So Brahm's also here moderating. He's from Belgium, I believe. I'm sorry, I forget. UK. He's over there in Europe and doing it at this time at 10 a.m. in California. I basically catch the UK or Europe and Eastern Hemisphere in their evening. And then right now it would be USA 10 a.m. here in California. And on the other end of the coast, it would be 1 in the afternoon. So I would assume that most adults are going to be, well, I'm going to get more adults from Europe, and I'll probably get a lot of kids from the USA. There'll still be both parties, but that's what I'm assuming I'm going to see. Sparky 101, do I have a real gold car made out of gold? Well, there are some people who have done customs to where they plated a model with gold and with gold. I don't know how you say it. Gold plating. I think I have a VW bus that someone did a long time ago, but I think that's about it. Oh, thank you, Belgium, thank you. I'm glad I got it right. Sorry for me to remember so many people in the world. Mario Andriossi, hi RaceGrooves, love your videos. Do you ever do any of the retro tracks? I remember playing with the cars in the late 80s, and the tracks were very different, molded plastic pieces for curves. Yeah, in the late 80s, I don't have some over there. Late 80s, early 90s, crisscross crash and those types of sets. The U-turn curve that we have right now is 4-piece, right? You have an in and you have an out, and then you have 2 pieces in the middle to change the angle of your curves, your U-turns. But there were some track sets in the late 80s, early 90s, such as Crisscross Crash, to where it was one solid U-turn. The only thing is that it's short sidewalls, top-heavy cars fly out of the curves real easily. And do I have the track sets? Yeah, I have some of the track sets. So at some point, hopefully I'll do them in the future. I don't know if I have any of those still in the box, though, but I do have lots of the curves. I tried to use one in a recent, I was laying out for a track time video, and I changed my path on what I was going to be doing with that track time video. Excuse me a second. My nose is itching. Hang on. Well, since I had to get up because of my itchy nose, I went to get the U-turn part, but I just happen to have this sitting there. And this is the Power Loop set. This was from KB's. And this is from 1994. And if you look at this piece right here, no, I have to show it on this side. If you look at this piece right here, this is a solid curve. This is not a multi-piece curve. So I do have some track sets with them, and that's why this one's kind of close by, because it is a track set that I do want to review. However, I still want to film the last track time. I still have setup over there, and when I want to film some cars on that layout while I still have it. Madden Mobile Flaw, do you have a P.O. box? In the description of my weekend show is my address here at the studio. So if you just pop into the weekend show, or if you go to my RaceGrooves YouTube channel, go to the About page, and I have my address right there. Hot Wheels Hunter, do I have any Lancia models? Yeah, I just have the Hot Wheels Lancia over there. They would call it Loncha. But yeah, cool little car. The Whatnot Spot, hey, nice to see you live. Glad you could pop in. I'm actually thinking of doing this live stream at different times because, you know, people want to participate in different parts of the world. So I thought a couple days ago, I thought maybe I could do a live stream on the weekend or in the evenings, and I could do that live stream then, but I would re-upload it like on Wednesday or some other day. It depends on when I do the live stream. But glad you could pop in. The Toy Collector 24 is asking, have I seen the new Team Mints? I think it's Mints. Yeah, I've seen the pictures of it, and it's going to be what the retro or the classic throwback. What are they calling that series for the Monster Jam trucks? So, you know, for collectors, it's kind of cool. Something different to collect. It's interesting that they're bringing back that body style. You know, to me, go for it. It's something different, right? Give us a little variety in our trucks. Flashback series. That's what it is. Toy Collector 24. Z bunch of numbers. I gotta read this one because he's a longtime collector, and when I was first starting my channel, he's one of the other people who were doing Hot Wheels videos. I'm gonna have to get up to speed and try something live. Wish I could stay around for the live. Have fun, y'all. See you, bro. You know, Mike Babuev, can I tell you something about Motor Show series of Matchbox? I'm not familiar with it at all. Unless the Motor Show is that track where the cars could move, they were moved along the track. I really don't know anything about that. I've heard of it. I don't know how it works. I don't have any of it. Josh JLMG Productions, do you know where I could get Hot Wheels Mustangs? I'm trying to collect one of every model. Well, you know, you're gonna have to go to flea markets, check eBay, right, for people reselling them. Mustangs are just one of the cars that they do in the assortment, or maybe they'll have a Mustang series or whatnot. You know, this is the perfect type of thing for you to comment in the RaceGrooves community on Facebook. You can ask people, and this is easier for people. More people could help you there than I can one-on-one. It's interesting that you would say that, though, because I was putting cars away. We had Kmart Collectors Day, so I showed what I purchased at Kmart during the weekend show. When I was putting the cars away, you know, I have containers, and so I was moving the containers to put away the BMW and another one that's in that area, Pontiac. But you know what's interesting? Actual Mustangs. It's been a while, I think, since we've had an actual Mustang in the release. You know, Matchbox had their lifted Mustang. I forget the name of it, but yeah, it's been a while since an actual Mustang in the lineup. Now it seems like they had Shelby cars, but I'm not sure if that's exactly what you were looking for. We're going to do guess the car on the live stream. Sometimes there'll be different questions. This time you got to tell me the name of this model. Are you ready? First one, what's the name of this model? This is so easy. I got to start off easy. The answer to the name of this car and the person who got the shout out is coming up right after this. And there it is. Oh, sorry, Tortoise Tom. Because there's Diora. There's several Dioras. We have to go with the one who's got the proper name first. Sorry, Tortoise Tom. And the first one, the Toy Collector 24. That's who I see. We don't have a lot of people commenting, so it was pretty easy for me to see. The Toy Collector 24 is the winner for the first one, and he'll get a shout out. Mark Poslow. Mark, I said it wrong. Mark Parslow. Hi, Mark. In the early 80s, he had a red car, had two little fans in the back that spun. I thought it was called twin mill, but the newer twin mill cars are very sleek and no fans. Did they change them? Twin mill has not had fans. What do you guys think? What car is he talking about? It was red and it had two little fans on the back that spun. It's not ringing a bell. Mark Brom Collier, Mark Parcel, by the way. Brom Collier wonders, maybe you're thinking of a Matchbox car, Matchbox model. There was one with fans. Could it be Matchbox Turbo Fury? So if you search the internet for Matchbox Turbo Fury, see if that's the one that you were thinking of. Tanmay Shukla, I don't do giveaways, sorry. There's legal reasons. For one, a lot of my viewers are kids. So it turns into a legal situation to where I would have to get permission from the parents and whatnot. The other reason is different jurisdictions have different laws regarding giveaways. I don't need to get in trouble. I don't need my RaceGrooves channel to get into trouble because I'm doing giveaways. And then I did a giveaway and the winner was in a part of a country where they don't allow it. Or, there's international as well. Not only that, look, I'm over 18, as you can tell, right? So I'm also concerned about the perception of an old man giving toys to kids, right? There's also that perception as well. Sorry, I don't do giveaways. Francis Palmer, hey, Hot Wheels started in 1968, he's starting, and he wants to know, why does it say 1967 on the base? And they were made in Hong Kong. Well, the reason is because even before you produce something, they have to get a patent on the design. So there's a lot of legal stuff that they have to do even before the thing is in the stores. So all of that starts the year before. So right now we're recording this February of 2017, right? Mattel and companies are already working on their 2018 line, right? A lot of their 2017s are done, right? They're in the works, they're going to be produced, whatnot. They're already designing and, copywriting and patenting their 2018 models. So that's why almost all the time it's 1 year before. The copyright's 1 year before. Jordan Woolman, how do you get worldwide cases? Please help. Look, RaceGrooves is not sponsored, right? Nobody wants to pay to be promoted on my channel. So why should I give them free promotion? So I do not say where I buy my cases. As a matter of fact, as soon as somebody posts that question on any of my videos, I delete it. It's just the way it is, okay? Now, if a dealer wanted to sponsor RaceGrooves, that'd be a different story. But at this point, none of them want to pay to be promoted. And if they think sending me a free case is worth getting promoted on my channel, it's not. Roy Mejia, so how do you protect your toy packagings? He uses multi-purpose tape and Gorilla packing tape. What do you mean by when you ship? I'm not sure what you mean. I'm sure you're not putting tape on your packages. That doesn't, I'm not understanding. Adrian P, do I still have the Hot Wheels Mutant cars? Yeah, I bought them all. I don't know where they are. They're in a tub somewhere. I'm trying to get different filming areas set up so that I can have like different projects going at the same time. Right now, it's not bad because I can do unboxing videos or single presentations here. I can go, I can film on my track table over there. I can film on the floor, the blue carpet over there. Well, in the warehouse, I want to get a couple more filming areas setting up for stuff like, things like Mutant Ninja Turtles. The mutants. Riley McCord, haven't been to a Monster Jam show? Yes, we went to Anaheim twice. And his other question is, can I do more unboxings in the future? I'm not going to buy Monster Jam cases because, for one, the mix in the cases, they have a lot of repeats. Well, I don't need those repeats, right? It's not like when I do the Hot Wheels case unboxing videos. It's okay for me because I do track time, and those cars I can use in track time, right? So it's okay if there's repeats in the Hot Wheels. But the Monster Jams, how many grave diggers do I need? I don't need any more grave diggers, and they're in the cases all the time. So I'm not spending the money to buy a whole case just to show a couple cars. It's just not worth it for me. Oh, and as far as just feature videos on individual Monster Jam cars, because of my relationship with Mattel, because there is no relationship, I have scaled back on the number of feature videos I do on brands, right? That's why I have the RaceGrooves Weekend Show. That's why I have Truckin' Tuesday. Now, of course, I do the Hot Wheels case unboxing videos and the Matchbox case unboxing videos. And Johnny Lightning provides cases for me to do theirs. By the way, I'm going to have a Johnny Lightning case unboxing video this Friday. And I gave a sneak peek in the RaceGrooves community. But otherwise, I'm kind of minimizing how much exposure the specific brands get on my channel because they're not sponsoring me. They're not helping me. So, but on that note, when I re-edit this, I'll show you some footage. When I rebroadcast this, I'm going to have a video for people to see. I had a Monster Jam downhill racetrack, right? My uncle helped me put it together. And unfortunately, a couple of the boards warped. I've talked about that before. Well, I've been refurbishing that, and I've been locking it up. I screwed some boards to the bottom of it, and it's going to be just one long piece. There's some parts to where I had to sand it down because there would be a little edge for the trucks to get nicked. So those are where the Monster Jams are basically going to be seen in the future. Now, I just did the Gas Monkey Garage. That was kind of a special situation, right? I think people would like to see it. And then did it feature, was it a Monster Jam feature video? No, it was part of Truckin' Tuesday. So the individual Monster Jam cars, they'll be seen when I do downhill racing videos in the future. Rambo2319X asked, did I fix my truck yet? No, I didn't fix my truck yet. Not exactly in a big hurry because I'm busy. I got other things to do. Besides, there's also the part of, do I want to pay to put new parts on there and then someone steals the new parts? Just wait a while. It's all right. It's no big deal. It's an aesthetic thing, yes, but it doesn't have anything to do with the actual performance of the car, my vehicle. Tom Willard wants to know, how does he go about forming a die-cast Hot Wheels Matchbox club in Portland? Just start one, but I can't tell you the legal. If you have a club, I guess there are certain laws about having clubs. You would have to check with your local counties and see if there's rules that you have to go by. But you know what? This is what I would do is, first of all, just have get-togethers at people's houses, right? Some people say, hey, come on over, let's get together and let's talk about cars. That's how it starts, and then you start getting more people, more people, more people. Try to grow slowly so that you can learn, right? Don't try to start big. Don't be disappointed if 20 people don't show up. Let me tell you, people like to collect $1 cars, but to get them to actually show up for something is a different story. LRox15 and the Team Real Steel, can you customize your own car, please? I don't have time. Making the videos and everything else that I do, I just don't have time to customize. And something I haven't mentioned before, it's something that I'll talk about in the weekend show at some point. I had a series on YouTube called The Inside Story when it first started. And I would show the inside parts to I would tell a story about the inside parts of the models, right? Well, somebody flagged one of my videos as being unsafe. And then I can't monetize that video. So now it's like, well, I'm not going to show any customizing tips because if I can't monetize the video, why? And I understand it's about community and stuff, but don't forget, I'm spending $90 a day for this warehouse. So I kind of have to make sure I do some videos that are collectors and some videos where, I'm earning my money. But yeah, I just don't get into customizing. Sorry. At some point I will. Maybe. I got space here to set up little painting booths, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and do another guess the car. This model has been reissued. So even though I'm going to show you a vintage 80s version, it has been re-released. So you guys should know. And it's okay if you don't say the full name because I usually don't reference it as a full name either. Here we go. Go. What's the name of that model? This is the 80s version with real riders. When it was reissued, they did not leave this opening door. What's it called? Hang on, we're looking for the winner to give a shot. Not a clue. This model's reissued in the in the pop culture line. Yeah, I'm looking. I'm looking. Nathan is the first one. Yeah, it's called the Dream Van. Nathan, Nathan Short. That's the Dream Van. Dream Van XGW is the actual name of it. Congratulations, Nathan. You'll get a shout out in the rebroadcast when I put this back up. You get one right now. Plus, when I redo it, it's going to be put right there. Tortoise Tom 1 asks, I'm curious, do you get credit or ad revenue if we skip the ad after the 5-second mark? Nope, not a penny. We don't get nothing if you skip the ad. Now that's good for the advertisers. If you're not interested in the ad, then you're entitled to skip it, right? It doesn't help when they have like 1-minute video, 1-minute ads, right? The 84 GMC, are you going to do the Fast and Furious playsets? I see one in the background. I seen your question, are you going to do the Fast and Furious sets? And then I was going to grab it and show you, but apparently you already seen it. Yeah, it's one of the things that I want to get to. Right now, I said at the top of the live stream, I don't know if you're here at the moment, but I'm working on my downhill track. So in between making videos, I'm going back and forth and doing that and other things, of course. And that's why it's right there, because it's something that I do want to do a video. And I'm still filming for my track time channel over there. So there's a lot of things going around in the background that, yeah, I need to get to. Thank you, John Mueller. Thank you for the super chat donation. I appreciate it. Josh JLMG Productions commented, you know that Mythbusters episode you were in? Of course I know it. I was there. Jeremy was there too. He's helping moderate. Toy car versus real car. I realized something about it. They didn't use any Hot Wheels car, let alone Hot Wheels or track stars. Yeah, because this is what the producers of the show told me. They contacted Mattel and said, hey, you know, we want to do a race between a toy car and a real car, and we would like to know if you would allow us to use your stuff. And the production crew told me that Mattel told them, if you use any of our stuff, we're going to sue you. So needless to say, they're not going to use any of the stuff. So that's why they got a hold of me. They found me on the internet because I had my track at the time. So they said, hey, would you like to help us do the show? So yeah, I did the show. As far as the cars themselves, they contacted Johnny Lightning. And that's why you've seen Johnny Lightning cars on RaceGrooves track. All that story I got from the production team, whether it's true or not, I don't know. I do know the production team called me up and said that they would like to use my track if I could help. And yeah, it was great. It was fantastic. Thank you, Tortoise Tom. There you go. Now, if you guys don't know, I talked about this in the live show. If we get 10,000 views on a video, we basically get $10. So, hey, John, John, so you just donated $2. Thank you very much. So that means you're good for 2,000 views now. Thank you. Thanks. Todd Link now. Oh my God, was that you in the show? I love Mythbusters. Super cool. Yeah, that was me and my kids, and it was a very cool experience to be part of it. But let me tell you, we got up at like 5:30 in the morning, loaded the truck, set up the track on the hill. By the end of the day, I was cooked. I was so tired. It was exhausting. It was a fantastic experience. So, now finally that show went like 10 years. Congrats to them. And so when I do my track time videos and when I do my RaceGrooves channel, see, I have been doing stuff even before YouTube, and that's why some of the stuff I hit YouTube running. I was already a collector. I was already doing track sets and play sets because of the parties. So I knew about the cars, I knew about the play sets, and I had a lot of experience already by the time I even started YouTube. And I think that's a big reason why my YouTube channel, does well. I know what I'm talking about most of the time. But sometimes if you're talking about a Porsche and it's got like a dot on the hood, thank you for letting me know that's a gas cap. I don't know. Jacksepticeye, not the original. I guess somebody using the same name. Did I make the blue track from Mythbusters? That was my track. That was my patented track. And as a matter of fact, when we came back, I had stopped selling the track actually. So all of that track that I used on the show, a 1/4 mile of my 2-lane track, all of it brought back. I have it in storage. It's still at home. Someday it's got to get over here. And then I got to start setting it up for videos here in the studio. Robert Phillips, hey Mark, how long do you think they'll make the air-cooled series? Can't find the Beetle anywhere. For the most part, that series, I can't think of the name of the car. Now, of course, I don't work for Mattel, but look, They make a batch of that stuff, and then they try to get retailers to sell it, carry it, and then it's out. It's pretty much a one-time deal. However much they produce, now they're trying to get stores to take it and sell it. So it's not up to Mattel. It's really up to the retailers. Are they going to stock it? Are they going to put it on the shelves? So it could show up for the next few months. You don't know where it's going to show up. I heard it's showing up at Target first. Now, I don't know if that was a special deal. Yeah, I seen Mattel's announcement that it was at Target, but I didn't see anything that was exclusive, so it could show up at other stores. Just be patient. I've been collecting since 1998. So I got a lot of cars, and I can wait. If I don't get it today, I'll get it next year. I'll get it in 5 years, 10 years. I'm in no hurry myself. So it's an exercise in patience. I know. I've been there. Thank you, Adrian P. Thank you very much for your super chat donation. Spartan Man 566. Hey, RaceGrooves, where did you get your Gas Monkey Garage Monster Jam truck from? Trucking Tuesday. Well, that's why in the video I didn't say, because you know what? The stores, they don't sponsor me either. Not only that, they want to give me stuff. Let's just pick Target, because I know this number in my head. Let's just pick Target, right? Let's say they had, those retro box sets with the blue track sets, the cars in the blue package, right? They want me to give them free promotion. Free promotion. They got almost 2,000 stores. So when I tell them for $2,000, I'll promote all of that stuff, right? And I'll make like 5 videos, right? So I'm basically asking for $1 a store. That's it, $1 a store. And they declined. Thank you for popping into the live stream. You got some pretty juicy information now, didn't you? So when it comes to me saying where I find stuff in stores, sometimes I just don't say, because I know you guys want the help, but please consider where I'm coming from as well. Here I am in a studio costing me $2,700 a month, and I can't get sponsorships, but yet they want me to freely promote them. So, sorry, I'm just not saying. Krakow, seems like you're staying away from the Monster Jam trucks. Any reason for that? Well, I assume that's what MJT's is. I'm not staying away from it. It's a matter of my time, how much time I have to do different things. Not only that, it's about my RaceGrooves channel, right? It's RaceGrooves, and I don't necessarily want everything to be Mattel products, right? Mattel doesn't help me, right? I pay for all this stuff. So it's also about a balance of the RaceGrooves channel. So why don't I charge Johnny Lightning, right? They provide cars for me. Why do I not charge them? Why do I go ahead and accept the cars from them? They help me balance out the content on my channel as well, right? Not only that, they're not cheap cars. They provide me with some value. So will I have Monster Jam trucks, if that's what you meant by MJT? Yeah, I'll be having Monster Jam trucks in the future, but they're going to be in downhill racing. And you're not going to see them on a weekly basis. If you just popped in, Pablo, I am refurbishing my monster truck downhill track. And when I rebroadcast this, I'll show a little snippet when I re-edit this and edit this and re-upload it to YouTube. I'll show you a little bit of refurbishing I'm doing. Douglas McFadden, what car did you get at Collector's Day? Please check out my recent RaceGrooves weekend show. And in the middle segment, I showed all of my cars. On that same note, right, I stopped doing Kmart Collectors videos because Kmart don't sponsor me. I get people keep asking me, when's Kmart? When's K-Day? When's K-Day? It's not my event. It's Mattel's event for Kmart. They should be answering the questions. But for the people tuning into the RaceGrooves weekend show, right, I showed what I purchased. In the middle segment, I have a video content. Thank you. Spartan Man 566. Thank you very much for understanding. I'm just trying to be straight out with you guys, being honest, right? I'm not trying to be rude. I know some people think it comes across as rude. I'm trying to be honest with you guys here. Thanks. Fabio Davina, you're a big fan of me. Can you be in your video? Come on over. I got room. Matter of fact, I got an extra chair. I'll put you right here, okay? Gavin NASCAR 2348, been watching for a long time. How many cars do I have? Well, since I set up a room for my loose cars, I found out I have over 10,000 loose cars. I have tens of thousands of cars still in the package. All brands, not just Hot Wheels, okay? Of course, it's more Hot Wheels because they're the dominant brand, but yeah, I have tens of thousands. Don't have a count, sorry. Roy Mejia wants to know, is there a way that I could hang up the Minecraft sets from Mattel? They came out with these 2 track sets. No, not, they're play sets. They're squares. Is there a way to hang them up on the wall? I put them in. I put them back in boxes. I'm sorry, I don't know. Jay Barker, am I going to watch NASCAR or is it Daytona? I better look. Don't want to say it wrong. Am I going to be watching the Daytona 500 this weekend? I set myself a reminder, so I should catch some of it. Time to guess the car again. I did the Dream Van. That was a little challenging. Now I'm going to show a car. I believe you can still find it on the pegs right now. Maybe, maybe not. Maybe not this color. What is the name of the car? Some of you people want a shout outs. You got to, this is your chance. Just guess the name of this car. That's pretty easy. Okay, we have the name. We have a shout out for this person who correctly guessed the name of the model. Matthew Ong So, Dragon Blaster. Yeah, you're correct. That's Dragon Blaster. I forget which year was this released, but congratulations. Fabio Divina. Am I going to do a Traxxas video? Traxxas is remote control trucks, right? They're larger. They're mainly outdoors. I don't really have an outdoor filming area. And now that I got all my stuff here in a warehouse, I barely have any room to film indoors. I want to get all my downhill tracks set up. The downhill track's going to be set up first for monster trucks. Then I'm going to bring my Super 6-lane set up from home. I'm going to be bringing it over here, getting that set up. And then, of course, I have my own RaceGrooves track. I have another downhill track. So my warehouse is going to be filled with downhill racing setups. I won't have any space or time for tracks. Sorry. Besides, there's YouTube channels that do that well already. I won't name names, but I had reached out to a certain company about doing RC videos, right? And these are hobby grade. These are not things that you find at your local toy store. These are hobby grade trucks. I had reached out to a company before, and they said that they're happy with the relationship that they already have, and they named a couple channels, right? So I thought, you know what? If that's the way it's going to be, then why? I'm probably not even going to go in that direction if they're satisfied with the exposure they get from those two channels. So that's another reason why RC is probably out the window. Joe Matthews, am I ever going to have an uphill track? Well, I like gravity tracks, and since gravity goes downhill, probably not going to have an uphill track. Sorry. D Falcon, congratulations on finding Gotta Go. Fun car, fun model. My daughter wanted one too, so I already gave her one. DJ Penguin 7000, or was it 700? Let me see. 700, sorry. So you're not a fan of Dragon Blaster, not big on the animal fantasies. Yeah, I understand. You know, most collectors, they like, or a lot of collectors, they like the licensed models. But you know what? Some of the other stuff is fun. I don't know if you guys noticed, you know, I picked the cars this time. I got my D-case jammer. D-case. I got my D jammer. So that's why all of the cars that have started with D. So I'm going to do at least one. You didn't see that. I'm going to do at least one more, maybe two. Oh, by the way, I said that I almost called him the wrong name. That's because I was thinking about using this model. This one is Dragon Tail. But I thought that, you know, maybe people might have a hard time since it hasn't been released in a while. Do any of you have Dragon Tail? Any samples? How many of you have never seen Dragon Tail before? Especially some of you who just like the licensed models. Maybe you don't even pay attention to the fantasy stuff. You might not even have seen it that before. Mark Hill, he commented, Hot Wheels need to do a Steve McQueen motorcycle collection and a few more GT40s. You bet. As a matter of fact, in the RaceGrooves community, somebody already posted a recolor of the 17 Ford GT. Now I took his picture and I put it on my Instagram account, and of course I gave the guy credit. I don't put my name all over the picture. It's not my picture. So I posted a picture of the Ford GT. He had shared a picture of the Ford GT. So I don't even know if you guys are going to see this, but check it out. Silver looks to be the next color of the Ford GT. You can see it there both ways. So yeah, he found it in a 3-pack, a multi-pack, 17 Ford GT recolor. I'll be getting it. It's not my favorite it's not my favorite GT40 casting. The 2005 version is, and this Friday you're going to see a Johnny Lightning case unboxing video, and they recolored the 2005 Ford GT. So look for that this Friday and in store soon. Stephen Macer, he has a tip here. He says, a tip: you use furniture wipes on the track and turns, cars will move quicker. Yeah, I've kind of heard a tip like that before. And when I set up my 2-lane RaceGrooves track, um, one lane tends to be a little bit slower than the other. And so in order for me to equalize that, right, that's what I'm going to have to do. Whatever the slower lane is, I'm just going to have to try to polish it up a little bit so this way get fair races. Thanks for the tip. Gert Jimmer commented. Now he's over in Europe. I forget what country. I shouldn't say Europe. I know he's on that side of the globe. What do you think about the Beatles pop culture set? In my opinion, the dairy delivery, the super van, and the highway hauler are the nicest ones to have. It's an okay set. I don't know about the highway hauler is interesting. It's all white, so that's kind of interesting. Now, I do like the super van casting, so I'll be looking to get that. But I think I either answered in the last live stream or in the Race Cruise Weekend show. I said I tend to prefer to not have people on the models themselves. So I don't particularly care for Star Trek. And so the ones with the Beatles faces on them, I don't recall if there was any, but those are the ones I tend to like less. But yeah, I do like the Super Van. I like to collect that casting. It's pretty cool. Jacob Chaplin asked, how do I sort my jammers if they use more than one name for the same model? Yeah, I hate when they do that. Thankfully, a lot of the times they keep the same first letter, so it winds up in the same jammer. But most of the time, it's going to go in the jammer that had the most samples. I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but most of the time, whenever I have the most samples, it'll go over there. Or I just put them in both, and then I might leave a note with the card that look over in the other letter. Yeah, sometimes they have to do that for copyright reasons. Sometimes they release a car with a name, and then later on somebody says, that's our copyrighted name, and it's too similar to what we do, so Mattel has to change the name. It happens quite a bit. I'm looking at the models that I have here in this jammer, and I don't see any models that got other names. DJ Penguin 700 gave an example of a recent model. It's only been out for the last couple of years, right? So Bad Ratitude and Radical has been changed to Radical Racer. What would I do in that situation? More than likely, it would start to get put in B, but if it gets a lot of recolors, it's going to go over to the R. Yeah, I'm not sure what I would do. More than likely, I'll leave a note in the front of the case. Okay, folks, I'm going to go ahead and take off. It's I said a half hour bill. It's been a little bit longer. You all have a great week and happy collecting. Bye bye.